I'm talking today with Luciana Duranti, Professor Emeritus of the University of British Columbia and the Principal Investigator of all the phases of the InterPARES project. Luciana, InterPARES is now 25 years old. What motivated you to start this project? It's the longest research project continuously funded by the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada.
In 1996, I had just concluded my collaboration with the Department of Defense of the United States to develop a trustworthy record-keeping system. And that collaboration ended up in the creation of a standard and for record-keeping. So at that point, I thought, well, okay, now we know how to have the perfect digital records, except how do we keep them through time or forever? And so I figured that we really need to have a research community of archivists who would take care of this issue. But because the archivists around the world had different ideas about how records had to be preserved and why, I thought it had to be an international research group. And so I managed to involve the 5 continents, represented each by a certain number of experts in archives.
And over this period of 25 years, there have been 5 phases of InterPARES. What has been the underlying thread between all these phases?
Well, the ultimate purpose of all research projects was to preserve trustworthy, authentic records. And we thought we had figured it all out by the end of the first project. But then the technology changed. So we had to move from the office database and office system to experiential system, dynamic system, and so on. And we had to take into account not just actual records, but also images, videos, and scientific records. So we moved to the second phase. And at the end of the second phase, the countries that could not afford to use the solutions that we had developed claimed that we needed to develop solutions that would not be a financial weight on them. And so InterPARES 3 came about. But again, the purpose was to maintain the authenticity of the records through time. And after that, the cloud came about, and the new issues came up about authenticity and trustworthiness. And finally, we have got artificial intelligence.
And what role do you see for artificial intelligence in archives?
Well, I think that artificial intelligence is changing through time. And while in the beginning I figured, well, we should use artificial intelligence tool to eliminate the really boring activities that archivists have to carry out, the repetitive tasks, the ones that one can actually easily teach the machines. Now, with the new developments of AI, I am thinking, well, maybe we can actually entrust AI with some of the intellectual tasks that the archivists carry out, like appraisal and arrangement and description and providing access to records, etc.
Luciana Duranti, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.